What's up everyone, it's Scotty with MoneyVest. So in this video, we are going to be talking about the future, which is here for technology, for hardware, because Meta had their Connect conference where they launched the Quest 3, and they also launched a very exciting product with the Ray-Bans, and Ray-Bans literally having a small camera, and they are artificial intelligence powered. So I want to go over specifically what that's going to look like, how big this market is going to get, and it is going to now be straight up Apple versus Meta in this augmented reality, virtual reality headset market. Now, I've mentioned this before, and we've talked about this in our previous videos, where Apple definitely has the upper hand because they've got it down when it comes to manufacturing process, but Meta is also slowly and steadily focusing on hardware. Yes, their margins are going to be affected by this, but this opens the door for a massive opportunity for Meta to tap into, which is expected to grow in the trillions of dollars in the future. So hope you guys enjoy this video and find it helpful. I'm going to break down some of the key details from the Meta's Connect conference and also kind of discuss with you, right? This is not going to be going over the technicals or the fundamentals really, but really just kind of having a discussion with you to better understand, what is the future going to look like? Because for the longest time, we've been kind of interacting with the digital world in a very 2D plane where, there's computers and there's screens and there's smartphones, and we haven't really been actually connected with our digital technologies on a more physical presence basis. And that's exactly what Mark Zuckerberg also mentioned in the Connect conference. And with the metaverse, with the virtual reality headsets, he is going to, well, at least the goal and the objective would be for us to be more interconnected with each other and basically feel like we are almost next to each other. And there was also an interview, right, with Lex Friedman and Mark Zuckerberg, where their avatars were literally in this black sort of vacuum, and they were doing that interview, which was realistic. And Lex Friedman, complimented Meta's technology several times during that interview. So definitely do check that out if you haven't already, which I believe Bill Ackman also mentioned that it was actually pretty cool from a technological standpoint. So it's crazy how things are moving and where we are potentially going to be in 5 to 10 years from now when it comes to technology. It's possible that smartphones and computers just no longer exist, and all we really have is a small glass in our, basically, we're wearing a small glass, and that pretty much is our computer, smartphone, TV, entertainment unit, everything, gaming, everything's going to be done from that smart glass or whatever. So that's going to be in this video. As always, if you enjoyed, find it helpful, make sure that you drop a like. Don't forget, we do have the 10 spots. Now there's actually, I think, a few more spots left if you want to take advantage of that. And that's going to be 50% off for the fundamental analysis course. Coupon code is going to be Excel, and then you do get access to the Excel spreadsheet that you can available for download, and of course plug in your fair values, plug in your calculations, and play around with the numbers to better understand what's going to be that intrinsic value for any stock that you're analyzing, right? So link's going to be down below. Coupon code is going to be Excel. Now going over to Now, this is a video that I do want to play. I'm going to come back to this. This is a very viral video that actually was posted on Instagram, on Reels, and, it really just took off. It just goes to show what Meta has done with Ray-Bans. We'll come back to this, but Meta unveils Quest 3 and Ray-Ban smart glasses. So Meta's much anticipated Quest 3 virtual reality headset is released. It is 10 times more pixels than Quest 2 and is powered by the latest Qualcomm Snapdragon XR2 Generation 2 chip. Now, Qualcomm is a separate story. That's for a different video, but I will be doing a more detailed analysis on Qualcomm because their chips are being used both in Apple smartphones and Meta Quest 3. So they definitely have a lot of potential in this industry, right? They have 5G, IoT, wireless technology. That's what they specialize in, and their chips are being utilized. I mean, Apple announced a partnership with Qualcomm. Meta is using the Snapdragon XR2 in their Quest 3. So Qualcomm does seem like it's got a lot of potential, and it could potentially be undervalued trading at these prices. But that's for a separate video. We'll talk about that. The starting price for the gadget will be $499, and these headsets are focused on consumer applications and dropped rings in the previous model. It has a Touch Plus controllers and, quote, feel more connected to every experience with ergonomic ring-free touch plus controllers that let you experience realistic sensations and fine-tuned precision as if you're actually holding a bow, scrambling up skyscrapers, or blasting through space. And the company said it will have a battery life of 2.4 hours for gaming and 2.2 hours for socials as well. Now, this is where the cool Ray-Bans come into play. They're going to retail around $299. and none has been successful in making smart glasses. Even Meta failed in its task earlier, but it didn't dissuade the company from releasing new sunglasses capable of live streaming video to Facebook or Instagram. It features a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera with LED light to indicate others that you are recording. And other than that, it looks like any other sunglass. It's priced at $299 to $329 and comes with 150 variants. And the Ray-Ban Meta can be pre-ordered from select countries like the US, UK, and Canada. Like, this is something that I would absolutely love to have. Now, of course, that Apple is, kind of fighting with Meta on this, right? They also introduced their Vision Pro. We'll come back to that, but this right here is the video that I wanted to play, which basically goes over how there is literally this person's in front of a mirror and there is no camera, but they are still able to record using those Ray-Ban glasses, which obviously are created by Meta in partnership with Ray-Ban smart glasses, and they are artificial intelligence, so you can literally just record and just, walk around, do what you want. You can have a nice POV effect of recording. And again, the camera is going to be that 12 megapixel camera on the side, which obviously gives you that POV shots that you're looking for, whether you're driving, whether you're doing something, whatever it is. Very, very cool. But this is really what the future looks like, right? You can go live on Instagram, you can go live on Facebook, and you can do so many different things, so many different applications with this. And another really crazy thing is that if you are looking at something, and starting next year, Meta will be able to tell you what you're looking at. So not only can you ask Meta what the weather looks like and just simple things, but even if you're looking at something, you can ask AI what you're looking at, and it's going to tell you the Washington Square Arch located in Washington Square Park. Like, you can literally ask it and it'll tell you what it is. It'll tell you like a whole history of it. Meta AI is what they also launched during the Connect conference, right? So this is what it is. I mean, this is, got lots of potential in my opinion. Now, of course, Vision Pro, the thing is that when Meta launched their headsets, and they've been doing this with Oculus, Meta obviously got a lot of, negative comments and, why are you spending so much money on the metaverse? Metaverse is going to be a big fail. It's going to be a dud, And now when Apple launched their Vision Pro, everybody was like, yep, praising it. Yep, this is the way to go. This is the right way to do this. Which is kind of crazy because you needed a company like Apple, and that just goes to show where sentiment really is for different companies, right? You needed Apple to come out and validate this market for metaverse, and when Meta did it, right, obviously Meta was, not being praised all that much. But with Apple coming in at $3,500, available early next year with the Vision Pro, of course, there's a lot of different applications. And, monitors are going to be gone, very soon. You don't really need big monitors. Think about how much money this is going to save companies, right? They've got so many different monitors and workstations that they create for their employees. Now all they need to get is a simple headset, and now you can free your desktop, add your apps, and follow and monitors everywhere you go. And of course, Apple Vision Pro can transform any room into your own personal theater as well. Expand your movies, shows, and games up to a perfect size while feeling like you're part of the action with spatial audio. And with more pixels than a 4K TV, each eye, you can enjoy stunning content wherever you are, whether it's long flight or the couch at home. It's just insane. It's crazy. Now, this is the metaverse market, right? It's expected to grow to $2.3 trillion by the year 2032. So that's, again, pretty substantial amount of growth. And you can see that right now we're only at 94 billion, right? 94 billion that's spread across hardware, software, and services. And that is expected to compound over the years, over the next 10 years, to $2.3 trillion. That's a massive, massive market for both Apple and Meta to compete in. So the compounded annual growth rate of 44%. Can you believe that? 44% is going to be that compounded annual growth rate. And the key takeaways is that the hardware segment held the largest revenue share in 2022 and is expected to grow more during the forecasted period from 2023 to 2032. So hardware meaning all the things that I'm just going over, the Vision Pro headset, the smart glasses, the Quest Pro. And by platform, the desktop segment dominated the global market with largest market share of 42%. And by technology, the augmented reality, virtual reality technology accounted for the dominant segment with the highest revenue share. So all these three things, Apple and Meta are competing in: the hardware, augmented and virtual reality, the desktop segment, and gaming. Gaming segment dominated the market application with the leading revenue share. So this is like the niche within the metaverse market where everyone needs to be focusing on, where there is majority of money to be made and untapped potential here. And metaverse gaming market size to reach $563 billion by 2032 with a compounded annual growth rate of over 38.6%. So this is where we are. This is the future, at least in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. But of course, Apple and Meta going head to head with each other, and they are, in my opinion, going to be, from a long-term perspective, just phenomenal growth opportunities for these businesses, albeit they can actually execute well. But nonetheless, I mean, this is just going to open up so many opportunities for developers, so many opportunities for chip companies, semiconductor companies. So Qualcomm will do a separate video on that. But here we are, Meta and Apple, futures here. In my opinion, I think in the next 5 years, it's possible that all hardware is replaced by a simple pair of glasses. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. As always, if you enjoyed this video, found it helpful, make sure that you drop a like. Don't forget, we've got the 50% off on the fundamental analysis course, coupon code Excel, and you get access to the Excel spreadsheet that you can download and, of course, play around with the numbers as you please. And as always, happy investing. I'll see you all in the next video.